Yo, what up, Saga? Hope everybody can hear me. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Is everything coming in loud and clear? I hope y'all can hear me. I think everybody can hear me. Mic check. Put something in the chat, man, if y'all can hear me. I think you can. I hope you can. Hey man, it's good to be back. We've been busy. As y'all can see, we've been busy. But we see it all, we hear it all. And it was highly requested. Tonight, we back. We come get something. So we got Saga 1 in the building for sure. Real good. Too easy. We got Saga 3 in the building tonight, man. Everybody's like, oh, Saga 3. You know what I'm saying? My boy Junior in here, been wanting to get on here. Junior's been helping us behind the scenes for years and has definitely earned his right to get up here. So we got him. We got his opinion coming up in here. Let me see if I can get him on the screen. I think he is in the background somewhere. There he is. There you go. There he is. What's up? All right, man. So I hope everybody can hear chat, man. Again, we're gonna try to check this audio real quick. I know y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear
y'all can hear me? Can you hear me? Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check. Can y'all hear me?
I think so. I'm gonna see if they got some. All right, bet. I think they can hear you. Yep. All right, cool beans. So we in there. I don't know where Saga 2 is. You need to hurry up and get on here. But we got some insight tonight. We're going to recap all these AAU games, so don't trip. We're going to get to the scores on that. What else we got? We're going to tap into some of the high school games, man, all the local high schools. Good show out for their first week of football as well, too. So I think your son takes your job. Hey, look. Hey. He's the up and coming, man. Where's the retirees? Junior's the up and coming. So even then, Junior's got the lights too. He did take his job. Junior got the lights and everything.
Sure did. Took his room.
Yeah, he's got his room. Dang. All right, man. So look, before we get in here, I want to see if everybody stop, share the screen, get all your teams in here, man. Make sure y'all are represented in the chat. He would put his thing on headset right beside the speakers. Fired on his first day. Fired on your first day. Don't put your headset right beside the microphone.
Just had to let y'all know real quick that we got a good win last night.
That was a terrible one. Just want to throw that out there. Clemson should beat y'all. All right, here we go. Who in here? Who's in here, man? I see some Chiefs in here. I think I see the Cadets in here. Parents, let me know who's in the chat. So I see what I'm talking about first. I didn't watch any game, so this is technically a blind reaction. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I didn't watch any AAU youth games this week. It was a big week for high school football, so we were definitely locked in there. And this is the few and far between weekend where I can actually like rest on a Saturday. Oh Lord, Mama, there go that man. There goes that man. Hopefully he'll get on here pretty soon. YouTube, what's up? I see y'all over at YouTube jumping in here. I think we tried to go live on Instagram tonight. Did we ever make it to Instagram?
Let me look.
I'll check it. I think we tried to go Instagram live today. I'm not sure if we made it Instagram live, but I'll try to do that next week. I'll set that up. My bad. Hey, so a lot of people have been asking me while we've been doing this, man. A lot of people have been asking me, when am I going to do more sessions? I mean, I did the one kid session, right? You hear it from Texas AAU to high school football, Texas high school football. Amazing turnout on that series, man. Big up to my boy Tyler Reed, who got that clip. I got a lot more clips we're going to try to post, but that clip has been viral, especially on TikTok and stuff like that, man. So big up to Tyler Reed, man, spitting the truth. But you know what I'm saying? It was a great point of view from the kids, right? Like, I think we all get caught up in coaches and you know, all the things that we do to try to win and make them better. But it was a great time to hear their experience on like what we missed, right? What things they wish that we would have done better. So hopefully we prepare the guys that are in 10U, 12U right now, right? When they're getting up there. So we got another series of that coming. That's a part 2 of that coming. Definitely some high school kids coming in here. Got a request for different sports too, man. So I think that's going to be something dope. Big ups to my guy Edward over at Serious Films, helping me put that together at the last second. Is that Sophia still yelling?
Sure
You
is.
let her know that she's live yelling in the background.
Will said you're loud again, mother.
Yelling
On
in
live. Okay.
It's all good, man. Other than that, hey, so you said we got Chiefs, we got we got Chief Nation. Oh Lord, here we go. We're gonna get these rundown
Another choppy.
real quick. We're gonna talk about all that. I heard Chiefs is the only team that got a rain out, right? On the 12 U.
No, there was a couple.
Oh, other couple got some rainouts too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's even better, man. So y'all get a chance to rethink that, and you get an extra season on to the end of the year, extra game on the end of the year. So y'all be bouncing back from that. I'm gonna ask this from my there goes some Gators. Gators in the building.
There we go.
I want to know, man, what was the takeaway from week 1 from the chat? Y'all can see the chat on the screen now. I put the chat on the screen so y'all can see who's saying what from whatever platform. Everybody look like they're from Facebook right now. But what's something different, man? What's something that y'all didn't expect coming out week 1 that you got coming out week 1? I wouldn't say I think the Gators, man. I think looking at some of that stuff from the Gators games, man, I think that was a shocker. I think they came out, performed well. Some of the Chiefs performed well as too. Like I think that was an eye opener, man. But
10U game was the most interesting game.
Yeah, 10U game. Was that the one that was by like 3 points, 4 points, or something like that, or whatever it was? So I got the scores over here somewhere.
Yeah,
I had the scores. Let me see.
20-18, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, 2 points. That's what it was. 2 points. So see, I got the scores over here somewhere. Well, no, I don't. I ain't got all of them. But what happened in that game, Chad? Let me know. I want to talk about it. We're gonna get to it in detail, but I need to know. He said these new rules. So what new rules? What new rules you think are game hindering? Right? Celebration, the excess celebration thing. The UIL rule of basically not being able to talk to refs, and if they hear you, they can toss you out. That shouldn't stop a game. I mean, that game, truth be told, that rule should have been in play. There go 2-time. Let me move him up, switch you around. There he is. What new rules, man? I want to hear this because I heard a lot of things about the new rules, and honestly, I gotta ask this question. It's a raw, real, uncut question. Is it the new rules or is it coaches can't adapt? Just got to be asked, man. I got a lot of comments. If you was in the coaches chat earlier, you seen my post, and I got some real good feedback. We're gonna get into that too tonight. 2 times, you here?
What's up, man?
Not much, brother. I want to make sure you was good to go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Let me fix your mic for a second. Hold on. All right, there you go. Nope, you're echoing now. Hold on, my bad. Let me cut that off. All right. There you go. But what's up with these new rules, man? Somebody's echoing. Junior, are you on it's Junior. Yeah, it's Junior. Junior, your mic is your speaker or something's echoing.
It's because I took his room.
Yeah, it's you for sure. All right, go fix that. Go figure that out. 2 times. But what's up with these new rules, guys? I want to get into this. What's up with the new rules, right? What's the method for the new rules? What's the problem with all the new rules? Why is that such a culture shock? Let's talk about it. Put it in the chat. Why is it such a culture shock? Yeah, y'all can't be in the same room. Oh, him shouting. What's up, DJ? Him shouting in the spot to be. Yeah, they're gonna go fix that out. But what's up with the new rules? I want to hear it. Don't put it in the chat. Don't just say these new rules. What's up with the new rules? Did the new rules change games? There he is. He went outside. There he is.
Man, I got kicked out of my own boom boom room, man.
I got your own boomers raised boom room got kicked out of. Hey, so just so you get tired in here, man. Before we welcome everybody in here, we welcome Side of 3. I guess everybody asked about some of these games. I didn't get into the scores yet, but the first comment I got out the rip, man, was these new rules. And so I want to know what's such a culture shock about the new rules. Pat said it's not the culture, it's not a culture shock, it's consistency. So you're saying all the rules aren't. I mean, you didn't play but one game, right? So it can't be like one set of refs said this, another ref said this. It's just new to y'all. What's up? What's the hardest part of the new rules? The no celebration?
Well, you just have to be adaptable because not every ref is going to call every game the same way. And the first couple weeks, they're going to get used to these new rules. So, the refs, and I told y'all every time you're talking to a Saints fan, and now you're talking to an LSU fan because that was a touchdown last night, and the refs can't be a part of why you win or lose.
Facts. You got to beat the refs too. It don't matter what stage you're on. You got to beat the refs.
And the saga's been doing this a long time. Let's go all the way back to the Battle of Waco, 12U, Gators, Panthers. They had that play at the end. At the end of the game, right? You can't ever put yourself in them positions to be. And I watched that 10U game yesterday. The Chiefs were up. The Chiefs were up.
Touchdowns.
Two touchdowns.
Fourth quarter.
So again, are we blaming the rules or are we blaming coaches?
No, we blaming. At one point, I had left a comment. It was a bunch of hippie tackling going on, and it's early in the season, but you got a foe like that coming up. I'm not gonna beat that staff up too much because I know later in the season they'll have that team right, but they allowed the Gators to get the ball back and run it down their throat like 3 drives in a row.
I mean, that's football, man. It's just straight good football. I ain't gonna lie to you. I watched the Florida State game last night. Kind of the same scenario. There he is. There's my dog Bolton. What's up? Bolton Rob coming in here with the pack. Back on him. What's up, big dog? How you been, man? All right, so we're going to talk about the new rules, right? We're going to get to some of these scores, and maybe the chat will be more interactive on why these scores look the way they are. Now, Glenn, I didn't watch any games. Actually, I lied. I peeked in on the beginning of the 10U game. And so, yeah, go Knowles. Where's my dog Bolton? Not Bolton, Wooten at? Where all them Roll Tide fans go? They still rolling Tide or no?
That's not the same program we're looking at right now.
I know, it's definitely not. Neither is LSU. Throw that out there. No shots fired. It's all right. All right, man. So, look, let's start off with the first series. Junior, give us the first series of what you think you want to go to. I don't care which game it is. Just go with it.
We're going AAU first?
No, let's go to San Antonio first.
Yeah.
All right, let's go type. We're going to knock out the Junior Jags first. Let's get it. What happened down in San Antonio?
Texas sports, man. They went down there and
won 3 games, correct?
No. They lost 3 games, and their 12U destroyed the Apaches. But the other games they got whooped. And except for the 10U. The 10U was 6-0. So that was a competitive game. But you know what? When both the mics get to talking on the internet, man, some teams put more hype behind the game than they should. So
I'll say this, and I'm not going to call it trash talking, but I was kind of peeked in on that. And I'll tell you what, man, that type of chat making a lot of games just interesting. Straight up interesting, man. I mean, it's like I get the competitiveness, I get them,
well, they're
talking
trash
sport and all that, but yeah, I know. But,
oh yeah.
Man, it was hype before the game actually started. So that's why I said, what's happening? What's going on with the culture, man? I feel like I didn't get that pizzazz this week 1 of AAU. I mean, I feel like AAU usually, before you find out who anybody is, week 1 AAU is always just jump. It's exciting. Everybody, I just didn't get the feedback from parents. I didn't get that feedback from teams. Obviously, things are different, but, hey, it is what it is, right?
In my opinion, I think after that 29 class left, it's just been not as exciting as a whole. Right after that year.
Before we get off topic, we'll get back to Junior Jags. I think it's changed, man. I think the whole culture of AAU, I think parents have changed. I think coaching has changed. And I'll go more into that later on tonight once we get through the stuff. But yeah, I think that culture is changing, and it can get real bad real quick if we don't figure it out. We've had this happen before.
Well, they got 3-1, but they're the type of organization, man, that especially in that 10U game, I feel like the Apaches probably used everything, both sides of the playbook, and that's not nobody you're going to want to run into come playoff time because the bars will be ready, and they haven't seen you, and then they don't have a season worth of film to look at you. So celebrate this weekend, but don't get too cocky, because that's a tough league. Every week is kind of like the SEC.
True. No, I agree with that, man. I think there's a lot of competitive teams out there, right? And in that league, one loss will determine who places where in the playoffs. So every week matters, right? And anybody can be beaten any week. So big ups to the Junior Jags, man. Again, switching leagues, going down there, doing their thing. Can't even get upset with that. Like you said, they went 3-1.
No, the Apaches went 3-1.
Patches
The
went 3-1.
Jags 12U is really, 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 really tough. Really tough. They got a bunch of kids on there that can go, man. Zoom, bottom of the age group.
I was about to say, is that all those 10U kids from last year that's been winning national championship for 2 years, pretty much?
No, I think that was the 9U group last year.
Okay.
You remember they went odd, and now they're back even. But I think they collected a nice group of talent, because they ran either that or the Apaches 12U is terrible. They ran through them like a hot knife through butter.
Mm, mm, mm. Well, that's good stuff. I mean, like I say, it's more of an intro week. You know what I'm saying? Got to bounce back. I think the Jags do a really good job of that anyway. You know what I'm saying? They always are pretty much correcting every. You know what I'm saying? What they failed at one week, they always usually try to bounce back the next week. But that's just again coming from the AAU history of what they know.
Well, the Jags kind of made the game what it was. Like nobody around here was even checking for that game if it wasn't for them hyping it up. So
Right? Touche.
it was the only reason we cared. It was because A, it was a CTX team, and B, the bars know how to get under people's skin, man. So, and people take it really, really personal, and then usually they use that psychology is used against them. That you're so mad they get you out of your game, but they snuck one away on 10U 6-0. So
Hey, that counts, man. Hey, dub's a dub, man. Well, big ups to those guys. Do we have any more games down that way?
no, I think Typer starts next weekend.
Yes, it does.
All right, bet. So we'll make sure we put those guys on the list and get them into the mix of everything. All right, what you got next, man? Oh, hold on. Before I go in here, let me make sure I got nothing in the comments. My boy Chris said, y'all just don't know these new kids coming up. No. Hey, Chris, we agree with it. They're still kids. There's still a set of kids and some talent there. I think what it was meaning is more of like the team culture of like completeness. And we can say what we want to say. I mean, we've proven it for 2-3 years, right? Like it's that 29 class has had a complete team come through there. 28's done that, right? So I think that's what it meant. I do know that there are still some dogs out there. Don't get me wrong on that. I got guys that still parents and everybody sending me film, practice film. Big ups to all the parents that's still doing some training. You know what I mean, going into the new season, things like that. Man, I think that's something that I will say this year's 12U and maybe 11U kids are doing a lot more of is individual training. I'm starting to see it. So hopefully the trainers out here starting to see it as well too. All right, let's go. Let's get to the next one, man.
Waco Southern sweeps the Cadets. 6U 27-0, 8U 38-0, 10U 40-0, and 12U 15-12.
Yeah, and this is the first. I check in with Cleo, man, maybe about once a month, man. We chop it up, and usually it's about our boys, our family, just on some personal stuff. But I meant to ask him about that 12U, because this ain't the first. That 15-12 score is kind of concerning, and the Cadets might just have a tough bunch. But I also saw the scrimmage score from the Gators on 12U, and it was lopsided. So I'm wondering what's going on with that 12U. We might have to bring Joe on so he can give us the real deal. Joe don't sugarcoat nothing.
Yeah, man. Well, I think I just kind of what I've overheard about some things is like, you know what I'm saying? Again, the cultural, not to say the cultural, that sounds bad. Like the difference is this. You got to get kids to practice to win.
Yeah.
You can't just go in under the brand and think that we're normally winners and we do this. Like, no, you got to get kids to practice to win. So I've heard the woes from every team about this, and I see that that's something that kind of reflected, you
You got to have a
a lot of
plan. You
scores.
got to have a
You got to have a
plan,
plan.
and it's you got to have a plan. And guys have been doing this. Anybody from KJ to Webb to Hartsfield to Monster to
Yep.
Cleo. Those guys to Gamble. When you're dealing with, especially if you have a top-heavy team that's in seventh grade ball, you gotta have a plan. You probably don't get them most of the week, but the time you do have them has to be productive. You got to
Right.
install game plans. You probably can't beat them up too much because they've been beat up during the week. Even if the middle school games are weak, they still got wear and
Don't
tear on their
matter.
body.
Yeah,
You
you
still got
still
to
got
get
to get
them.
them. Still
Yeah.
got to get them. No matter how you put everybody in here, especially if you got a kid in high school who has been through that phase, right? And I say it this way because 29 did a 13U, right? Still got to get them through there. Still got to get them through there. So, excuse me, 28 did 13U, but you still got to get them in there, man. So, again, having a plan, man. But again, these coaches and these parents signed up, right? And entice them, let them know it is essential that we get to practice, or if not, it's going to be a lot more like that. So I hope that's not, just with Waco Southern. That's a message to everybody out there, man. You won't win games, let's get your kids to practice. Period. All right, man. So pretty much, actually, I got something to say about the cadets, man. I got to say it to them. Cadets looked really good in scrimmage, man. So I watched the cadets scrimmage, the Falcons. A little bit more playing field, a little more even playing field, but they played pretty hard. I wonder if any of those were, kids just kind of gave up, right? Once they got punched in the mouth, did they try to bounce back, or was they just laid down? Saw the teams, man. The team looked pretty good. You know what I mean? I saw the scrimmages, so I'm excited to see, or actually want to hear about what happened with the cadets, man. And let's see how they bounce back next week. First that's a tough opening week though for them. I got to give it to them.
Very tough. Next up, we have Knights at OGs. They split 2-2, 6U, 12-0 OGs, 8U, 12-0 Knights, 10U, 7-6 Knights. And Miss Brittany made sure to tell y'all this is a big asterisk. This is the rainout game. 12U Cadets were up 6-0 before the rainout.
Yeah,
The
so they're up
cadets or the
6-0.
OGs?
Oh,
Knights
OGs.
Yeah.
OGs was up. So again, I'm not even gonna count the 12U game right now. It's still a lot of games to be played in that. But you said 8U and 6U split.
Yes, and 10U Knights won.
There you go, man. So I mean, I think that's a pretty fair outcome, man. Honestly, two orgs that pretty much have the same philosophy from two different sides of town. Again, who's getting more reps, who's practicing more, who is more disciplined. I will say this, man. The OGs, big ups to Shantae and them. They're getting it together, right? They're getting the parent participation. And you can see it in their score starting from the end of last year and then starting off obviously pretty good this year. Brittany and the Knights have always been, the Knights. Once a night, always a night. You know how it goes. But again, I think we're running into just a divide, right? Big ups to their older coaches too. I know their coaches put in a lot of time over there. I'm not saying that just because I know the coaches from this side of town, but again, parents getting your kids to practice, right? Complaining about the rain and all the things like this. This is why you practice in the rain. I'm gonna say it forward. This is why you practice in the rain, because guess what? There might be games towards the end of the 10U where guess what? It's raining and you got to play in it.
Not so much that in the playoffs, there's some type of curse. Sometimes every year in the playoffs, it's rained and been very cold.
Every year. And believe it or not, it causes or dictates a game. So get comfortable with practicing in the rain. I don't know where this whole this theory of youth kids play indoors or something. Like I don't understand.
Well, listen,
that.
I get phone calls at work when our leagues are running that if there's a storms outside, they wonder if they're still going to practice inside.
Yeah, like what? Yeah, that's crazy. But we gotta set that culture, man. I mean, we gotta set that culture for everybody. It's not just certain teams, but guys, we gotta get back to football. I don't know what else to say. I say this, looking from the outside in now, but man, I feel like we've gotten so far away from youth football. Just the small things, right? We're so more worried about guardian gear and all this other stuff, right? Instead of form tackling, Like to a point where we're worried about if it's raining. No lightning, no thunder. Like if it's just drizzling, are we practicing? Come on, man. Come on, man. We got to get back to it. We ask each other why things feel like they're changing. I don't know about y'all, but if you ain't never played in that snow bowl for showcase, them kids was out there in the worst of weather still trying to get it in. So I just can't see it this time around. I don't see kids, getting into that atmosphere, man. But it is what it is, right? Like we got to get to it, please. That's my national announcement. Parents, stop looking at the NFL and comparing it to college, right? Stop paying NFL to youth football. These guys do not play in domes and they're not playing stadiums. Y'all are lucky that y'all get turf fields. Like, be happy that some of y'all get turf fields. Right? These kids have, honestly, I say it all the time, they haven't earned a right to play on turf fields yet. Like, stop giving them stuff. We give them stuff for, comfort and a little bit of safety this, but trust me, there's a lot of Division II and Division III colleges that still play on what? Grass fields and not open stadiums.
They done. We blame the kids. Prime said it. He said it, man. The parents are soft. It's not the kids. Because honestly, they're still kids. And as we say, as much as we say kids don't play outside, I go to many neighborhoods where kids are still playing outside. I was dropping the boys off somewhere one time, and I seen kids playing football on the street, knocking each other over, man. It's not the kids. Mm-hmm. The kids are adaptable to a lot of things, man. It's the parents. The parents don't like being inconvenienced. They don't feel like they got to get up off the couch from watching Love Island and want to get to practice and get out in the rain, man. So
I will tell
the parents
you this.
Have gotten soft.
I think David can attest to this, and everybody always talks about the next level, right? Well, the next level for most of these kids is, the one they should be looking at is high school football. And I'm going to tell you right now, David is a witness to this. Brittany's a witness to this. Greg's a witness to this. Joe's a witness to this. If you want to sit on your butt and not take your kid to practice, or your kid don't want to find a way to practice, you ain't got to worry about your kid being on the football team. Because they're just not that soft. If you don't want to put in the work, you're not getting it. If you don't want to be in the elements, you're not getting it. If you don't want to go to summer camp and be training in the heat with your battles and stuff like that, they're not for it. Appreciate y'all. Baseball will sign up and be in a couple months. So,
hey, I want to give a shout out to both orgs, man, for Brittany from every weekend since before the season has started, whether it's taking the kids to the pool, to the movies, to a theme park. They're doing that. Shantae and T just took their kids somewhere. Two orgs that are actively involved with their kids while still teaching them football is amazing. We skip right by them, but along with them guys up there in Waco, man, they continue to set the standard. I don't care what nobody and Colleen says. Colleen is always behind. We always look to other cities and take trends from them. The Panthers and Gators, especially the Panthers, but have been in church with their kids. They have been doing
Gators
things
too.
with their
Gators,
kids.
big up to Coach Ray.
Yeah,
all them guys.
Man.
Getting their kids, the community kids into church and doing all types of stuff like that.
The Panthers every year do mentorship programs. They do everything, man. And these guys down here, man, they
got to figure it out.
They always behind, and they don't like to hear it, but I'm just telling you the truth, man. The Chiefs has always been the ones, but shout out to the OGs and to Brittany and the Knights for getting involved with their kids, keeping them busy, man, so they can't go wayward, and they have a standard that they can set, that they know as they grow up they can live by.
That's facts. That's big facts, man. All right, man. Well, let's go get to the next one. So we did that OGs and Knights kind of split with the rain delay. So what do we got in the next one?
Pack Mustangs, 6U 37-0 Pack, 8U 47-0 Pack, 10U 18-0 suspended in the second quarter due to weather, and 12U 57-6. Pack, yes.
There you go. That's all I
want. Hey, I'm letting y'all know there's some special brewing on that Pack 12U and on that 10U. There's some interesting matches coming up. Gators 10U, Pack 10U, Gators 12U, Pack 12U. Hartsfield and them, they've been loud but quiet at the same time. They've been in the background, but that 12U, if you don't think you got to pack your lunch to come see them, you got another thing coming.
I'm just gonna say it because I haven't seen anything from them, but it sounds like Pack had an amazing opening week. It looks like their scores are a reflection of what they've been showing in practice. I mean, what they showed in the offseason when they were practicing. So, big ups to all those coaches over there. Bolton sound like y'all had a way with them. It sounded like y'all had a good way with them. But hey, Maynard Knight is in Maya Knights, right? Or Maya Mustangs,
Yeah.
whatever it is, right? Maya Mustangs.
Yeah.
Yeah, putting kids on the field, man. You know what I mean? No matter what their scores are, always coming back, always trying to compete. So big respects to them, man, their community. For
Tremaine,
sure.
my guy, he's in journalism class, so we letting him work, man. That's why we got Saga 3 been behind the scenes for a while, man. He's just on the
Facts.
forefront.
He's definitely made it to the forefront. And it's not just for him, man. I'll say it. You know, y'all know me, man. Any kids out here that are interested in photography, videography, journalism, anything that you want to start getting reps in, we got a platform, right? It ain't for me. We don't get no credit for this stuff. We got a platform, man. So please tell those kids to reach out to us. We can figure it out. We can't be everywhere, every place. Let me go ahead and make this statement now too, man. I thought about this. Hey, we have put a lot of people in good positions, man. David, when we first started this thing, was like, yo, we can't do this alone. We don't want to be that group, right? We want to connect. We want to bond with our environments. We want to help people grow. Central Texas Media, man, has been on our team since the beginning. They are not coming in and taking over the saga. They're not coming in and they got a great deal with the Chiefs to live stream their games and did a great job of it, man, graphic wise and quality wise. And again, anytime we want to tap in with Michael and all those guys, call me. I have no problem. I refer you to him. He's a great guy. So there's no competition with this kind of stuff, man. Again, I just wanted to address that out here publicly. Look, we love him. We support what he does. He has deployed and came back and still remembered us, right? So hopefully we give him the audience and the appreciation, same thing as y'all give to us. We will still do our game of the weeks, game of the nights, whatever things like that. But we are tied up, man. We got high school kids on varsity and JV doing things, so we're out and about as well too.
There's a couple night game uh,
In
that
the
have been
mix,
popping up in the mix
yeah.
that have been put on people's schedule that me and Will have identified. And that listen, the one I told you, I just kind of named y'all, gave y'all a heads up of what we're looking at. Gators Pac 10U, Gators 12U, Pac 12U, uh, Pac Chiefs 10U.
Yep.
That's going to be another one. A lot of kids that know each other. We don't get the Battle of Waco this year on the schedule, so we definitely would have tried to been at that. But there's some coming up, and then there's always that one game where you might not think is a game of the week. I
It's
know the
always gonna be
Falcons always
surprising.
do a night game, and we're gonna get with them about doing their night game too.
Yeah, and I'll tell people all tip. We're trying to do another lollipop game, right? We want to see some. We want to see these flag kids, these up and comers, the starters. So we'll see. We'll see for sure. All right,
That one,
let's get to the next.
that Panthers 10U too. Panthers 10U, Chiefs 10U.
There it is.
Some of these I don't have scores on, but I know the Wildcats went 3-1 on the day against the Longhorns, and their 10U dropped it in overtime. Pretty sure the Pirates, that's a new team I'm familiar with. They went 3-1 on the day over the Beast, and then Unity went 3-1 against. Let me see here. Let me check my scores.
Who do
I know they
Unity
went.
play? I remember because they don't have a 12U or something like that, right?
Yeah, I think Joe posted
It
that.
will never. You're right, bro. It will never be another lollipop game like y'all's, and I mean that from the bottom of my soul.
Who said that?
My boy K Hall, back in the spot to be.
Listen, I mean, sometimes people forget, man, and I tell Will all the time, we never get upset about it, man, but we had some of the biggest games. That Vipers Longhorns game 8-on 8U was big. We
Putting
had
up
the biggest
phenomenal
game
numbers. Yeah,
in the
phenomenal
city.
numbers.
The
No,
biggest game
nothing
in the
was
city
out that game.
was the Pack against the Chiefs that year. The 8U was sold out at 8U, and then the 12U night game was the boys from Waco came down. We haven't had an atmosphere like that in a while, man. So
Yep.
hopefully
Argue
somebody
with the
brings that
wall.
back.
Yep. No, I totally agree. And just because my nephew is on that team, I'm gonna tell you right now, hey, the Falcons 6U might be something to watch out for. Just throwing that out there. Falcons 6U is legit. So we're gonna keep our eyes on them. They may be
Juice Harris. Hey.
Oh, that shit, I got it. Listen, we love this. Support your
This is
kids.
probably
Support your
tougher than
kids.
half the
Hey,
kids on
DP, what's up, man? I'm sorry, DP. I didn't see this earlier. Any up and coming photographers again? Hey, drop the links. They got tons of people that want to
Devin
link, man. So
Hartsfield, David Burke Jr.,
any of them, any parents that you got kids that want to
Demetrius
learn
Perry
photography.
Jr. There's a couple others that I don't know the name. I only know them by their Instagram names. But there is a revitalization in the city. This new age group is kind of really tapped into the media side when it comes to videos and photos. Now, side note, Saga One is always professional, and he's always going to keep it Obama with y'all. I'm going to go DMX on y'all. Not everybody is a photographer. Just because you pull out your iPhone and put a filter on it doesn't mean your picture is cold. Y'all need to stop liking these pictures and hyping it up because they're terrible, and y'all be giving them a false sense. And then when people don't pay for the pictures they take, they be looking crazy. No, not everybody's a photographer. Not everybody. We want to help. You got to start somewhere, but we ain't doing that, yo. We ain't doing that.
Listen, I'm a master photographer. I don't care what nobody tells me.
Not everybody's a photographer, bro.
Hey, listen, I wanted to get into photography so bad, and it wasn't about the pictures and the angles and the cameras. You know what threw me off? When somebody told me that being a real photographer isn't about clicking the button at the top. It's about
the editing.
Oh, my Lord. Man, when I tried to dive into editing, I was like, I'm done with this. As you will see, guess what? What I do? I post all my pictures and it'll say captions, unedited. I don't give a Hey, look, I'm not doing this. Nope. Part-time. I don't care about this. Y'all ain't paying me for them either. Here you go, part-time. But no, man, hey, you got to do what you got to do. There are some great ones out there. There's some ones that are learning. There's some ones that are, you know what I'm saying, they're really putting time in. And I agree with those guys. Like, they say struggles, but there are some ones out there for sure who are selling some nonsense. They are selling
some nonsense.
Some nonsense. But we for the kids, so we just keep it. Yeah,
hey,
dog. I'm not. I tried
nonsense, bro.
Listen, nonsense. And this is how bad of it is. I am.
Lightroom is the easiest if you're trying to get into it.
I pay for everything. I paid for it all. I paid for Lightroom. I paid for DaVinci. I paid for some other stuff. I can't even think of the name of them. Like, man, we're not getting into this. We'll talk about that on another
Go
show.
ahead and hire a good photographer, man.
Go hire a good photographer. Go hire a good photographer. That's all I'm saying.
They be hearing the photographer prices sometimes. Like, nah, I can do it. No, you can't.
No, you can't. Just like
no, you can't.
Everybody thinks they can live stream.
So much. Everybody thinks they can live stream. Hey, look, man. Equipment costs. Equipment costs. As simple as that. Big up to my boy Ed at Serious Films.
Hey, Jermo, you got into it? I'm gonna have to let you talk to my old lady, Jermo, so she can hook you up, bro. Cause
get into it. All right. Ooh. So we had some splits going on, man. We said that we had the Unity. That was a sweet week.
3-1.
3-1. Well, 3. They didn't have a 12U, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah. So that's that. What was the other one before that? I'm sorry.
Pirates beat the Beast. I'm pretty sure those are two new teams.
Pirates. That's La Vega.
Okay.
They've been doing that, and then I think the Beast is not the old Modocs. What's that other team out that way? What's that old team out there where James and me used to be at?
I thought James' name was the Pirates. No,
they weren't La Vega. I can't think of another team. Where did the other team come from?
Jeremy, thank you for the 1,000 stars.
My dog. Hey, big ups again. My dog, Jeremy. I wish I would have wore your stuff tonight, Jeremy. Dang. Hey, I ain't wearing your stuff. It don't matter. I am still wearing your stuff. If y'all would have seen the new quarter zips, if you haven't seen the new quarter zips that Jeremy made, man, hey, big ups to you, bro. I appreciate everything you do. And again, if y'all don't got some good quality jerseys out there, make sure y'all top fan apparel. Make sure
Modocs, so they
Modocs. That's what I was talking about. The Modocs. They said no. Beast is out of Red Oak. Oh, they waiting.
Dallas area.
Beast out of Lancaster. Okay, I thought maybe that was the new Modocs. Well, welcome to Central Texas because you came down here and got whipped. Look, hey, I'm gonna talk mine. I don't care. Appreciate y'all though, man. We're gonna get some. Maybe we need to get some contacts up there, man. I haven't got a chance to talk to anybody up there. You know what I'm saying? Just see how they are, how their kids are. But they put on a good show. They at least bring a good crowd with them. If anybody was at that game.
We also got to talk about the new league where the Centurions, the Cove Bulldogs.
I don't want to talk about them because I ain't got no information on them yet, but I do want to at least bring them out.
Then we got the Wranglers, the Chiefs, the Wranglers, Chiefs, and Bengals starting Taifa next week.
Yeah, that's right. The Wranglers over there too. Forgot about that. Wranglers are up there. All right, man. We're gonna have some good games for Taifa next week. We got a good mix of. Yeah. All right, so I know a lot of people have already talked about this. Y'all been hitting me up. I see people messaging me. Let's run across these 4 schools really quickly. Well, we got 5 schools. I'm gonna put Cove in there too. Cove play Ellison, so I guess the same.
That's 6. That guy.
Colleen has 5. Cove. We got the Waco scores and the Temple and Belton scores.
I'll pull those up now, but Shoemaker versus Round Rock, 56-28. I want to highlight a couple of the sophomores. Josiah Walker had a good night, almost 100 yards and a touchdown. Tyler Armstrong had a big pick 6 towards the late of the game. Big Woo, Tana Woo, and had 3 receptions for 33 yards. And BB had 3 touchdowns that game. Quick wrap up.
What's up, man? So good opening week for the Pack. We played Round Rock. I mean, we scrimmaged Round Rock. I say we meaning Heights. We scrimmaged Round Rock. They had a lot of good pieces in there. Again, that was the outcome I was taking, especially after Round Rock. I think Round Rock beat Pack last year. So good bounce back for the Pack. Well, week 1.
Ellison versus Cove. Just want to put this out here. Not much defense being played, but I'm pretty sure it was 50-46. The class of 28-28, I want to put that out there, really showed out Thursday and Friday across all of Texas high school football. We don't say that they're probably the best class that's probably came through for no reason. Marlon Smith, quarterback, 11 for 25, 360 yards and 4 touchdowns. Tyler Reed had 1 reception for 35 yards and a touchdown. And Juan Ramirez, player of the game, in my opinion, 6 receptions, 210 yards and 3 touchdowns.
And Ziegler from Cove.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Ran his ass off. Ran his
200 yards, I'm pretty sure.
Normally
he had over 200 yards. And Matt Ziegler off the edge. He was part of the crew that helped end the game with the sack.
Yeah.
So that 2027 class showed up that game too.
And that's good, man. Their time is due. Like we've been said that last year, as they showed a great showing last year. I'm so glad that my 28 boys over at Ellison got the reps that they got because I know how they adapt. And I know how fast they adapt, man. So Ellison's got some stuff to take back to the drawing boards, as they know. You said defensive-wise, there was a lot of points put up, but it's a big lesson learned, right? And the pace has been established now. So I expect big things from Ellison. Mind you, again, hate to call it out like this way, but that's a 6A versus a 5A, right? So they got some, adapting to do, and I think that if they took that to a high-powered 6A school and barely lost on that one, when they come to playing, district games in their level, they will exceed. So let's see what the Eagles can do, man. I'm excited to see that.
No stats for the next upcoming games, but Colleen drops one 30-14 to Viesta Ridge. Chaparral 42-16 against Kyle Lemon, and then Harker Heights, man, 52-26 against Cedar Park.
And don't let the score fool you. That Cedar Park scored late, but Heights got up on them early and really.
No. Vice versa.
Heights was down.
Cedar Park
was
hopped
down
on them
originally.
early. I think they hopped on them almost 14-0. Pretty close
Well,
too.
by the time I checked the score, they was up. Big.
Yeah. It was definitely a gut check, man. For the Harker Heights guys again. Obviously, that was at that game. And it was a great thing that was said, right? These guys needed one spark, had a run all the way back to the house for a kick return, and that was the spark they needed, and never looked back from there. But I got to give up my boy Topher. You know what I'm saying?
200 stars. Thank you, Mr. Kevin.
Yeah, had a great game. Topher's son had a great game out there. That's another 28 guy on Cedar Park with about 7 tackles. Being a cornerback out there, man, and again, going against a high-powered offense. So big ups to those guys out there, man. And again, rep the shield. Keep going, man. 1-0, as coach would say, 1-0, on to the next. Every week.
Temple took down the team from Mexico 42-18.
This score really surprised me. Keller Central 43, University Trojans 17.
I didn't see that game, man. I really didn't. I was actually looking to get some feedback about that game. That's actually a shocker in my eyes, but I really don't know who Keller is and how they play. But again, I think that's just an eye opener, right? Don't expect University to be down in the slumps like that. I think they're going to bounce back. I did see my boy Savoy had a couple good passes. I've been telling people to watch out for Savoy since he was 10U Waco Southern Panther. But again, still out there making plays, right? Still doing things. They're going to keep fighting, and I'm excited to see how they bounce back. I wish I would have had some history on Keller, but obviously not a pushover team.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, obviously not a pushover team. So, And what was that other game before that one you said? I'm sorry.
Temple.
That's what it was.
People of Mexico 42-18. Yep. La Vega beat Kindendale 41-3. And let me get the Belton schools in here.
Waco Lions dropped 30-6 against Granbury. Then I'm pretty sure Belton.
Waco High lost.
Yes. Belton beat Pflugerville Henderson 21-17.
Oh, there we go. Big ups to everybody dropping these stars, man. I see it now. Hey, so this is what I was projecting we do, guys. And everybody tell me in the chat how y'all feel about this, right? I've been looking around town. I've been looking at some of the realtor sponsors. I've been looking at everybody. And everybody has a player of the week in the high school level. Now, I always told y'all we're not going to get too deep into the high school level because that's just not our platform. We respect all the other platforms, but I do think that we should start taking some votes for player of the week, man, for each high school. So if you see some stuff that y'all are voting on that you want to send it out, send it to me, right? Send it to me. We got a lot of people that look at this page and come through our website. So send it to me. Let's see what we vote on, man. We maybe try to do starting next week. We're looking to see in some of the plays. Saga 3 is getting all the stats, all the real journalism stats. Big ups to him. For us, so we'll keep in. We'll keep peeping in on that.
Maybe we could put a poll out and maybe
we'll do that.
Top performer from each high school.
I like it.
Lake Belton drops one big to A&M Consolidated. That A&M Consolidated is a pretty good team, though. They've been good for a couple of years. I think that's it from our area for sure.
That's good, man. All right, bro. So hey, look, y'all know what to expect. Right, y'all know what's going on. Hey, we got good timing because I told you we're gonna go over an hour tonight. But I wanted to put this out there for you guys. Right, we gotta ask ourselves a lot of questions about what the heck is going on and what's changing. Right, and I put this out there in the coaches group earlier. Right, but from y'all's opinion, while y'all are in the chat, when we talked about this, it says what needs to happen in our leagues, our local youth leagues. Right, what needs to happen to make it fun again? Is it something that we need to do, org level, or is it something that you need to do league level, right? Is it something that needs to be put out? Because, I get everybody saying like, a lot of the new coaches, they don't really miss to the old cats and things are changing and blah, blah, blah. And that's true. They don't got to listen to y'all. I respect that. But on the other side of it is like, if we don't fix it, we're going to do exactly what happened, 6, 7, 8 years ago? And everybody started jumping over to other leagues, and then we lose our league. So I ask y'all, in general, what needs to happen? Period. What you got, Saga? What you think?
Man. It's going to take some investigation by us. I think Chris had said it earlier. I'm tapped in with some of these 10U, 8U, but I quite don't know the flag kids coming up. So some investigation on our end on who everybody has and promoting them that way. maybe getting back to plays of the week so people's names can start getting out there. I know those kids that are in 10U. I know we said the 2030 class is the next big class coming up, but the class after that is those kids that's on 10U right now. And I know a lot of those kids from Waco all the way down to Killeen. So, but it also, and this is the gift and the curse also. The coaches from years past, man, they used to talk a little bit. And it comes to a place where can we talk and keep it talking and then take a picture afterwards on the field, or are we going to talk and take it personal?
And take it personal. And I think that's
yeah.
something that's you're absolutely right on that, bro. I think the thing is that we talked a lot of trash back in. And I say back in the day, like I've been old, right? But like we talk a lot of trash. It's no fun. But at the end of the day, it's all love, right? Like we're not coaches. Y'all aren't playing. We knew that, right? I say that meaning like everybody was passionate. We all want to win. We all want it. But at the end of the day, we passionate. The more passion we had was the real love at the 50-yard line, regardless of the score. You know what I'm saying? I think that's gone. I think we have taught kids to take it personal. You know what I'm saying? I think we have taught kids to take losing personal and not as a lesson. And I think that bleeds down too, man. I think that parents, a kid, if you listen to the podcast last week, Aubrey said it. He said, man, he put too much on himself as a kid, right? Like his own failed expectation is what shocked him at the next level because he put so much on him that he had to do it and then he lost track of like kind of just having fun. Now he's getting to actually like he's having to work for it. It's still fun to him because he loves football, but like, hey, it ain't fun lifting weights. It ain't fun running all the time. It ain't fun learning the playbook front and back and So he's got to get to that point, man. It's like we cannot. They are going to have a time if they love football that they can take it 130% serious. Youth football is not it, man. We got to keep having these kids having fun, dog. Like a lot of kids, we seen it. Bert, we saw it in our class. I know Savoy's dad said the same thing for him. Cleo said the same thing. There's a lot of kids that we take the fun out of it in Little League, and they don't even attempt it in high school. They don't even want to do it no more, right? And so that's what I'm trying to get people. Like, we got to learn how to be passionate, right? I'm trying to look at what Brittany said over here. She said we need more volunteers that are actually passionate about being a part of these kids' lives. They don't love it like we used to, but it's also built up. It's also up to us old heads to give them the experience to fall back in love with. And I think this kind of is a personal shot, right? Because I sit here and I look back at it, and I always say, "Oh man, they're declining. The league's declining." True, right? But then I'm also sitting there saying, "Yep, not going back there," because I'm happy on the retirement side. And I'm like, I don't want to deal with all that. But if we don't deal with it, it'll never change, right? If we don't deal with it, people like us, we never set the examples, right? That you can lose and still have fun. You can lose and still put kids in a great position to be in high school football, right? You can lose as a team and still have a great 7-on-7 team. Like, it doesn't take away from the kids' individual efforts. And I think that's something that's, what I'm saying? That's just got to. He said, we need to, what do you say? We need to bond together as orgs and get the league together. I agree with that, man. But the problem with that is getting every org on the same playing field, right? Some orgs take it personal because they're not on the same playing field. Some orgs feel like it's, recruiting isn't, or recruiting signups aren't fair. So that's some internal stuff like Demetrius said, we just got to start at the org level, have these conversations.
But I think as the season gets going, it's going to get better. We're going to start highlighting some of these games at these select few games that we choose to do the games of the week for. Start building up the excitement that way. And like I said, we can only do our part and start hyping some of these games up more. And listen, if we got to instigate a little bit more, maybe that's what we got to do.
Facts. Big facts. Chris and Marcia said parents put a lot of pressure on perfection, right, on their kids, and that's true. So that's something my own child sat down with me about, right, and I fixed myself, and she was brutally honest, and it's the truth, man. Like a lot of parents, y'all, I'm not gonna say y'all don't because I'm bad at it too, but like just sit down and talk to your kids, ask them where they at and what they feel. I told at the end of the podcast, I say, hey, give me one thing that you love what your parents do and one thing that you hate your parents do. They honestly and brutally went in on the hate. I asked for one. They gave 3 or 4 things they hated, right? Sit down and talk. Sometimes you just, you're putting too much on your kids, right? Too much pressure, maybe embarrassment, whatever. But at the end of the day, you always got to show your kids you love them, that you're supporting them. And if you do that, you'll adopt 3 kids that want that same feeling. I promise you, on every team. You show somebody else's kid that you love them, that you're there for them, you'll adopt 4 of the kids that want that same feeling. So again, let's get to that point of back in youth football, man. I really think that Central Texas has a great youth program. I say that based off of not just the AAU leagues in the past, but just last year's Holiday Bowl, right? It was amazing time when we all came together and had fun. Yeah, we had some wins and losses. Yeah, we competed, but at the end of the day, it was all about having fun. And I love that we can bring that atmosphere, but we just need to bring it into the league. And then from the league to their middle school teams. And then their middle school teams to their freshman teams, right? And once you get that, you'll get classes where, hey, 12 to 10 guys from that class will bump up the varsity, or, what I'm saying, you'll have a group of guys that stick with each other and push each other through everything. So that's my spiel for tonight. I ain't had no corner, but I really want y'all parents to understand this and pass this vibe on to everyone else. It's week 1. You can't change it. But from this week's practice going forward, you can change everything if you change your attitude. You know what I'm saying? It's a fun game. And everybody ain't going to win, but the kids got to have fun. Coaches, kids got to have fun. Everything can't be conditioning all the time. They got to have fun. They got to learn. It is what it is. And y'all don't let costume ref y'all games. That's it.
Hey, side note, I've seen a lot of clean uniforms. Before I go into my corner, I'm going to go to the downside. I've seen a lot of terrible uniforms. And it's 2025, and we still have an issue with terrible, shiny uniforms. But I also saw a lot of good ones. I love the Gators in that gray. I love the design of the Chiefs. I love the gray helmets of the CTX pack. Cleo and them always do a good job of their uniforms, but some of these uniforms is terrible. I shouldn't have to put your name out there on this live, but some of y'all is
Send that
terrible.
comment.
And maybe we should seek some outside help about who's designing these things, because woo.
It ain't hard. It ain't hard at all.
Hey, Gamble, play that again. Waco is different from Killeen. Waco is together. They all play together in high school. You are 100% correct. I went to a high school game. I went to 2 this past weekend, and I watched some other ones on the TV. I'm going to say this, too, for the older parents that still join us every week. Cheer for these kids. There's other parents that go to other high school games and judge and still compete in high school when all the kids are playing together now. Chaparral, y'all got a couple hating ass parents over there that show up at people's games and tell programs how bad they are and we're better. We're cheering for all the babies, because guess what? We're past that now. Waco, I've said it on this show multiple times. When these kids get out of school, man, we got. And Waco has always led the way. They might not have it perfect, but they're a lot more together than Killeen. If you go to Heights, parents from Ellison will go over there and talk crazy. The shoe parents might talk crazy about Heights. Chaparral parents might talk crazy about somebody. We ain't worried about none of that. I went, and Junior was on the field, and then my football kid, we went and watched, and literally, when Tyler Reed scored, you could see his homeboys jump up in the air and actually celebrate. So how do kids have it figured out, but the parents don't?
I agree.
And listen, it be the adults. The adults ruin everything, from youth football to middle school football to high school football. Stop trying to make high school football AAU. It's not the same. Stay out them parents' face. Stop trying to influence your kid to getting in the game and make them go work. Because we know some of y'all kids, when they get hit with adversity, they don't know what to do because you up in the coach's face trying to save them. That's a life lesson. We babying these kids. You can't go up to the TXU when they electric bills due and tell them You're harassing my son. No, the Bills duos are going to get cut off.
Hey,
Life
we don't have that
lesson.
problem. We don't have that problem in Harker Heights ISD.
Here he go.
Over here,
No,
Harker Heights ISD.
Heights is at the Shoemaker game hate too. So
Listen,
listen, it's not a
listen,
one specific school thing.
listen.
It's all schools.
We
It's all
listen.
schools.
It starts with this though, man. And like DP said on the last podcast, a lot of people got to understand that a lot of these kids, it didn't start in high school. This beef ain't starting in high school. These kids have been competitive, playing against each other and playing with each other for years, right? And we can
And the
talk all the way
kids
back.
cheer for each other. Now,
Yeah.
listen, there's a difference if a Heights kid comes to a shoe game and they might like, oh, we're gonna kill them on this. But when their homeboy catches the ball and scores, they jumping up and down louder. And you look over at the Heights parents and they looking like stone faced and mad. And the crazy part, I seen it and heard it at a shoe game from a shop parent. A school that Shoemaker does not even play. They were there to dissect and hate on the Shoemaker program. Like, come on, bro. You don't even play them people. Cheer for them kids and go home and eat and lay up with your wife and have a good day, bro. You are not in high school no more. You people that got picked on in high school, man, I'm sorry for you. I hope you got counseling. But now is not your time to get fame because you got picked on in high school, okay? You can't make up you can't make up for it by talking crazy about some kids, man.
Listen,
the dudes that used to get joned on in high school would be the main ones in the stands talking crazy about people's kids.
That never played.
Yeah.
That never played.
Come on,
All right, man. No, I agree with you, bro. I agree with you, man. Well, again, I told y'all we didn't keep it too long here tonight, man. We had an hour full. I want to appreciate everybody that came through here. If you're following us on Facebook, just type !follow. Make sure y'all will get that notification for when we go live. You never know, man. We may pop up at an AAU game, start do a game in weeks. If you guys got some high school players that you guys really want to vote for, send them in. Send them in, man. We'll try to get a poll up or something, man. We'll try to.
We're gonna have to get a preview show back up here this week because we're gonna have to start putting pressure back on you coaches, man. Because there was no hype going into week one. This was probably the lowest rated week one of AAU man. Forever. So we might have to go to Taifa, or we might have to talk to the Junior Jags or people in other leagues. We might have to get them to hype these kids back up because
that's the front. You're right. This is the biggest front, man. Everybody, we talk all this rivalry week in the beginning of the week, but if you're ever on Twitter, if you ever you follow any of these kids, all these kids reshare everybody's stuff. No matter what.
The kids do. That's what I said. Parents ruin everything, man. And if you don't, it's hot outside still. You know this is Texas. Not until the playoffs, November or December, is it gonna get cool. Please wash your body and wear deodorant. Don't be sitting next to the rest of these parents stank, man. And if you got picked on in high school, go seek counseling. Stop trying to tear kids. Yeah, go see somebody. Stop trying to tear kids down, bro.
All right, Soccer 3, what you got, man? I'll give you an outro.
Just from growing up and always been quiet and just seeing all these situations, like my dad said, it's just parents really ruining things. I share everybody's stuff from Shoemaker to Heights to everything, and the 28 class really shows how big of a bond it was. I could show at least half the class of 2028 from Shoemaker was at Ellison cheering the whole time. Mistakes were made. They weren't there sitting on laughing. They genuinely had a good time. So we definitely got to get back to just support each other. At the end of the day, there's no way Ellison goes to state last year, I believe, and people are still hating on them. And high school too. And high school kids, it's the same thing on all levels. So I just think parents just got to lock back in. And I will be on the sidelines for most of these games recording. So please tap in. I'm going to be sharing my stuff on Facebook and all programs. So keep following that. And yeah.
Hey, and Arch Manning is not from New Orleans.
Yeah, he is.
Not a boo-boo.
No,
we're not doing this.
No, we don't want to hear that.
Terrible.
No, we want to hear
terrible, that. And he's been terrible. And when I told y'all he played at a 2A high school in the city, y'all told me I was a loser. Well, guess what? He was a loser yesterday. He's not from the
I want to
city.
hear it. He's from
We
the
don't
city.
claim none of that.
Nah.
UT fans, you failed me. Matter of fact, let me put my camera back on so I can put these horns down. Yeah. He's not from the city. He's not from the city. He's not from New Orleans.
He's from the city. Don't let it affect y'all, man. Hey,
Go
we
Tigers.
appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all jumping in here. Again, make sure y'all leave some comments. Make sure you rep your team on the way up out of here. Again, we're not going to keep it too long tonight, but check in next week and make sure y'all send us those stats. Make sure y'all send us those highlights. Put it on our page, man. We want to give these kids some love and some shine. Y'all be smooth. Saga out, man.
Thanks for checking out this episode of CTX Sports Saga. Make sure to follow us for more news and updates on Facebook at CTX Saga. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform.